Back in December, I briefly fell asleep in French class and had a dream where there was a large community on Facebook who believed Michael Jackson was not real and was made up by the government. Fact! Michael Jackson was a hired actor by the government to distract us from
the fluid.
What is the fluid? Is it piss? Insecticide? I still don't know. Class dreams are wild. If r/Thomas the Planck Engine has taught us anything, it's that dreams are influenced by how you fall asleep. For instance, if you doze off while playing Cut the Rope, you might see, I commit felonies. Drift off in the shower, you might dream Axe Gold Old Wooden Dark Vanilla All Day Fresh becomes an online reaction image. Snooze away from home on a road trip and you're likely to see, gas stove left on while you're on vacation. Hey, Kevin's got you covered. Meanwhile, fall asleep while chewing on a metal coat hanger, you might dream up, if God didn't want me putting metal coat hangers in my mouth, why did he make them perfectly iron flavoured? And you've fallen asleep to Shrek, that means there's a 100% chance you'll dream that a new movie was coming out where the villain was a boy that stole people's pelvic bones and drew the US map on them. So how does your brain deal with falling asleep in the middle of class? I fell asleep in Spanish class and saw this. Type O, says S. Just type the O key. This appeared while I was sleeping in my linear algebra class today. If I equals, then J must equal. It's like the board after you slept for 3 minutes. Saw this in a daydream during biology lesson, learnt about haploids and diploids.
You have just been diploid.
This flashed in my mind as I was falling asleep in biology class. Male, trait, male, no trait. Female, trait, female, no trait. Those who trait. Skull emoji! Skull emoji! I fell asleep in class and I saw this image as I was waking up. Did you know? 100% of hospital patients are in the hospital. I fell asleep in class and dreamt some guy called me his milkshake meat affection before stealing a giant wooden plank from my garden. Almost woke up asking what milkshake meat affection means. Imagine that. You're in the middle of class, suddenly some kid goes,
Oh, sir?
Over 2A. Yes, boy.
What's a milkshake meat affection?
encountered this fucker in a brief dream when I fell asleep in class. You strike me down as somebody who likes monkeys. I just doze off in my school and this popped up. You're dreaming. Was zoning out in college class and my brain showed a man waking up horrified in a backstage, seeing that his body was transformed into Garfield except for his head. I woke up before he screamed. Yeah, that's all well and good, but OP, why did you choose a suction cup Garfield? This came to be when I fell asleep for a minute in class. This is racism. Pardon text. What? I took a nap during one of my lectures, and when I woke up, this image popped in my mind. Tell curiosity, I'm still alive. I had this dream in graphic design class where everyone was freaking out over the real name of marshmallows. This was an actual meme from that dream. Don't search up the real name of marshmallows. Worst mistake of my life. What was their real name? I think it was Woodman's or something like that. Oh fuck,
Dude,
not
what?
that.
Hard
I feel
to tell.
violated.
What the hell?
Saw this meme when I almost fell asleep in class. Who the fuck is Chris Miller? I don't like to leave questions like this unanswered, so I asked on my Twitter with zero context. Helpful answers soon came in. Hey, who? What? You what? What the fuck does this mean, Matt? Are you high? Chris Miller is Chris Miller. You are secretly Chris Miller. Do you mean that one guy from the Pickle Man ad? Do you want us to say Chris Cumber here? Is that the type of madness we're dabbling with now? It is a device which can mill Chris into grain. Chris Miller? I hardly know her. Christopher Charles Miller, born October 15th, 1965, is an American retired United States Army Special Forces colonel who served as acting United States Secretary of Defense from November 9th, 2020 to January 20th, 2021. Finally, a sensible answer. Thanks, Wasp Cup. I fell asleep in math class, and when I woke up, I saw this. Federal agent. I fell asleep in math class and dreamt that I was in another math class. And I fell asleep in that one and dreamt I was in another one. Woke up after I shit my pants and then woke up again. This came to me while I fell asleep waiting for my physics exam papers to print. You're not depressed, you just finish. This came to me while taking a nap in class. I apologise for knocking him down. I had a dream during a nap in class that I was Google searching for a list of animals and this one called Pongo popped up. I like this creature a lot. Fell asleep in class for like 5 minutes and this flashed before me. Part of a complete meltdown. Little Caesar's Pizza. This flashed in my head at school yesterday. It's a Matt Rose simulator. The funny thing was, the game wasn't based off The Sims, but GTA 5. We got Matt Rose simulator before GTA 6. I fell asleep in class last week and saw this blurry image. Good of jazz feet Louis Bassattle pay ho you crimsux duck. You Jim as a fuse, Griff Gaff Jaws he og just Jeff Lasgrio. Daydreamed this during class, no idea what it means. Oh god, oh fuck, German sex. Almost fell asleep in class, but this image woke me up. Take a gander. Fell asleep during class again. If Hayden Benry, why is the background chess? I fell asleep at my desk, and before I fell asleep, I saw this. Henry, the cooler Henry, was falling asleep in class once, and an image appeared in front of my eyes of a Pac-Man game with my friend's head edited to be bald as the player sprite, called Leapy Zeepy. Yeah, that's pretty peculiar. What about falling asleep at work? Nap in the work truck during lunch led me to this. The revolution might be televised. I fell asleep at work, and in the dream a girl sprayed me with this. Boner away! Erection will disappear, guaranteed! I was offended that she sprayed me with it, because I didn't have a boner. I was daydreaming at work, and this flashed into my head. It was one of those cubes, you know, naughty nice die, but instead of some mundane naughty side, it was white supremacist. This flashed before my eyes while half asleep at work. Oh yeah, it's me, Mr. Sex. Looking cool, Mr. Sex? I was half asleep at my desk at work today, and for some reason I was dreaming of nothing but this. I had a daydream at work where this meme kept on getting retweeted. Saw this as I was nodding off at work. I keep dozing off while cutting fruit at work and see variations of this image before jumping awake, sometimes with a knife or hand stabbing it. And even when you're not in work or class, it doesn't stop you dreaming about exams. I once had a dream where I was taking a multiple choice exam, and one of the questions was this. What do you do to a potato? A. Preserve it for future use. B. Cook it. Or C.
Bitch.
Dreamed I was writing my final exam in some sort of geography class, and this was the only question. Utilising the 8 senses that you use to perceive the everyday world, describe the country of Montenegro. Had a dream on the night before a test, and I dreamt that this was a question 1. In Family Guy, Peter Griffin has the ability to do what? A. To drink beer at a bar. B. Drink beer at a bar. C. Nothing, he has no powers. Or D. To summon cutaway gags. The answer was D. Just had a nightmare that I was doing my economics exam and I got this question. Somehow it was 100 marks as well.
Gordon Ramsay is a master of macroeconomics. Hey, wait. Razmazy, fuck me.
I had a nightmare that I got this question in a biology exam. Label the orange. I didn't know what to write, so I wrote random 2-letter words. God, I love eating ma and ba. That's disgusting. Only the ye is edible. I had a dream where I failed a test so badly, I got a J. Had a dream that there was a school subject I couldn't understand, and there was a test on it, and the questions looked like: task, look at the pictures and find all corresponding ones. 20 glowing balls. Giraffe holds a stick. You can hold the stick with the back of it. Father calms down his son romantically. I was on the edge of a mental breakdown. Lastly, had a nightmare in which I was in a lecture hall full of shadowy figures. The professor was an angel who was giving us a super difficult exam that you had to pass in order to get to heaven.
My name is Professor.
His questions were all garbled nonsense, and I was the only person in the class that failed the test.
You have 5 seconds to calculate the circumference of the universe, measured in... Birkin.